class 7, as you know that we have done the previous chapter, and after that we have done the topic of voice, in which you have learned about how to change active into passive. And now today we are going to start with the last chapter of this book, that is Alien Hand. Okay, so open up this book in front of you, Alien Hand. Okay, open up this chapter, and the name of the book is Alien Hand. Okay, Alien Hand, please open up this book, right, so that we can read this chapter. This is the last chapter of this book. And before reading this chapter, I would like to share with you a short video. Okay, let me share with you a short video so that you can come to know how to do this, right? So just a moment, please. Let me share with you the screen. I hope that you people are able to see this. So here is a short preview, means what this chapter is about. So let me tell you, when you will see this chapter, this would really be a very interesting one. Like you people, have you ever fascinated, or are you ever fascinated towards UFOs? You know what is a UFO? What is UFO? Unidentified flying object. Sometimes people say that there are aliens, there is a life on some other planet. People think in this manner. Okay, so here is a young boy who was living along with his parents under this earth. They were not allowed to go on the surface of the sun. Why? Because the conditions were not fit for them. But Tilu, the young boy, he wants to go there. Okay, so how he was trying to escape. Now let us see this. Okay, so this is just a short preview. Just have a look over this video.
Hand. An alien hand. An alien hand. This story is about Tillu and his parents who live beneath the surface of the planet Mars. Tillu's father goes to work via a secret passage. Tillu is forbidden to use the passage, and he is curious to know why. One day, Tillu takes his father's security card and enters the passage. Before he can proceed, a security guard finds him and escorts him back home. Tillu's father explains about the conditions on the surface. He tells Tillu he wears a special suit that enables him to survive on the surface. The next day, when Tillu's father goes to work, he learns that 2 alien spacecraft are approaching Mars. The president asks his colleagues for their opinion on how to deal with the situation. However, before he can decide on the best route, the first spacecraft lands on the surface of Mars. Tillu's father brings him to the control room, where he sees the alien spacecraft on the TV screen. Suddenly, a mechanical hand appears from the spacecraft. An excited Tillu presses a red button in the control room. The big mechanical hand stops working. On Earth, NASA's technicians managed to get the mechanical hand functioning again in a short time. The mechanical hand collects soil samples from the surface of Mars, while the hidden watchers watch with bated breath. Scientists on Earth study the soil samples and conclude that there is no life on Mars. Scientists on Earth study the soil samples and conclude that there is no life on Mars.
So now I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Just put your thumbs up if yes, you enjoyed. Okay. So now tell me, has any one of you read any book about some aliens or about life on Earth? Or do you know some interesting facts about Mars on Earth? Mars or Earth? Anybody? Have you ever read anything? Because this is of course a very, you can say, interesting issue for everyone. Everyone want to see this. Can anybody speak? Can anybody? Yes? Can anybody tell? Can anybody tell that what kind of life is there on Mars? Or do you think that is there any life? Okay, tell me. Do you think is there any life? Yes, Bhavya? You are reading science, studying science. Kanav, yes. Can you tell what people think? Yes. Do you know that what people think? People think that there are
People think that there is no oxygen and there is no survival on the
no
Mars.
survival of life possible there, but now some samples are being found. Okay, that shows that life can be possible there. You know what the scientists, their next mission is how to make Mars appropriate for our living conditions. And for this reason, they are also trying various experiments to bring life on Mars, because they think that now human beings, they have made very bad use, worse use of this land, that is Earth, which is full of pollution also. And of course, there are many problems on Earth. And now they are trying that we will have living conditions over Mars also. So now this alien hand, as you have seen in this preview of this video, that this is a young boy, Tilu, whose father is going through a secret passage to his workplace outside Mars. Okay, so they are living under the surface of Mars, and some other spacecraft from Earth has come, which has collected the samples of Mars, right? So let us see how Tilu comes to know about the reality of the other planet and why he was not allowed to go. So before we read, let us have a look over this, you can say, passage which is given here. Have you heard of the Viking mission to Mars? Now, National Aeronautics and Space Administration means, what is the full form of NASA? We always speak NASA. So this is the full form of NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Viking mission to Mars was composed of two spacecraft, Viking 1 and Viking 2. They were sent to, where they were sent? They were sent to Mars, each costing of an orbiter and a lander. Each consisting, one is the orbiter and then one piece which orbits, moves around, and the another one which will land on the surface of Mars. The primary objectives were to obtain images and samples of Martian surface. So what was the main objective of this Viking mission to Mars was that the spacecraft will go to Mars and they will collect samples of soil and search for any possible signs of life. So why they have gone there? They have gone to search any possible signs of life there. That is there any possible sign of life there? Viking 1 was launched on 20 August 1975 and arrived at Mars on 19 June. See, okay, on 20 August 75, or more than almost, you can say, 1 month, 1 year it has taken to reach Mars, and it reached Mars on 19 June 1976. Viking 2 was launched on 9 September 1975 and entered Mars orbit on 7 August 1976. Besides taking photographs and collecting other science data on the Martian surface, The two landers conducted 3 biology experiments to look for possible signs of life. As of now, there is no clear evidence of the presence of living microorganisms in the soil near the landing sites. So now, why these two spacecrafts they have been sent? They have been sent there to select some samples of soil there and to do experiments with that soil in order to find out whether there is any possibility of life or not. So now what happened? These two landers, they have collected some samples of soil from there and they have conducted the experiments. But by now what has happened? It has been found that there were no samples of life, no microorganisms were found in the soil. Now coming up to this story, see here, let us read. This was just some extra information about Mission Mars. And what was the actual name of Mission Mars? It was Viking Mission to Mars. Now let us start with the story. Tilu, how often you have been told not to go that way, but why does daddy go there every day? Now, you can say he was very curious to know. Tilu was often told by his mother, don't go to that passage. It is not appropriate for you. You should not go there. But Tilu, like any other child, he was asking, me? Why should not I go there? Father is always going through that passage, but why I am forbidden to go there? Because that's its job, Tilu. His mother says, Tilu, it was his job. This is the reason your father is going through that place. That way was an underground passage. So what was that passage? It was an underground passage. From where does Tilu's father go daily to job? Yes, from where does Tilu's father goes to his daily job? From an underground passage. Tilu's father went every day for work along that passage. Through that passage, Tilu's father is going daily. And every day he came back from that direction. And every day from that direction, he's coming back. Now, naturally, when your father is going to office or to his business shop or to anywhere else, you know that where my father is going. But in case suppose you don't know where my father is going, but you only know the way, yes, my father is going or he is following this passage, you will be curious to know where he is going daily. Similarly, Tilu was. He wanted to know that place, that where his father was going. And every day he came back from that direction. What lay at the end of that forbidden route? So what was there at the end of that forbidden route? So what was there at the forbidden route? What was there? Means why he was not allowed to go there? Not only Tilu, but a great majority of the community would have liked to know. It's not only Tilu, but great majority means all the people around them. They wanted to know where his father is going. He is having a special card to pass through this passage and ultimately where he is going. So, the above conversation invariably took place between Tilu and his mother whenever he insisted in following his father. So this conversation, how it took place between, you can say, between Tilu and his mother. And when this type of conversation is often taking place when Tilu is always asking his mother, Mom, where is father going? Why through this secret passage is he going? I also want to follow this passage, right? Today, however, was different. Tilu's father, but today means the present day is different. Why? Tilu's father was enjoying a siesta. So what is siesta? Siesta is a short nap. Okay. So you have a short nap in the afternoon after lunch. Siesta is a short nap. Okay. What is siesta means? Short nap. So we have this short nap after our lunch, and Tilu is also, Tilu's father is having that short nap after his food, after taking his food. And Tilu managed to get hold of his security card. Now, what happened? Tilu has taken away Okay, the security card of his father. So tell me, is this right or wrong? Tell me, Tillu has taken security card of his father. Was it right or wrong? What was it? What do you think? Yes, Harshia.
Ma'am, it was wrong.
It was wrong because it was not an honest way to take. If he wanted that card, he would have asked his father. But he has not asked his father for that card. He has taken hold of it. That was wrong. So, then evading his watchful mother's eye. Evading means avoiding. Right? So, what is the meaning of evading? Means avoiding. Avoiding or not to be caught hold of, so that her mother could not be able to catch him. So evading her watchful mother's watchful eye. Mother was very watchful. She will immediately come to know, yes, he has done this. Okay. So evading his watchful mother's eye, Tilu made his way to the forbidden passage. So avoiding his mother, he very, you can say, stealthily put his steps in this manner, and where he has gone to that secret passage so that nobody would come to know. This is right or wrong? Wrong it is. A metal door barred his entry, but when he has to go to that secret passage, there was a metal door that stopped the entry there. But Tilu had watched his father slip the magic card into a slot. But Tilu, very smart boy, he knew that if he would have to go inside the secret passage, he would put his father's card into a slot. You know that like in ATM machines, we are putting card when we are taking a room in a hotel. Also, there are special chips. Okay, you put your card in front of it, and now it is, you can say, card keys are there. Okay, it is opening. He did the same. He knew that father is putting the card in front of the gate or the metal door, and the door opens. It reads that secret message. Similarly, he did. Door opened noiselessly. Without any noise, the door opens in front of him. A well-lit passage seemed to beckon him. So in front of him, well-lit passage, lights were there. There was not any darkness there. Snatching the card, which had come out of another slot in the wall, Tilu started his march along a gentle upward slope, for the passage led from the underground habitat to the surface of the planet. So now, from another slot, another card came. Tilu took this card and he started his march in this manner. And it was an upward passage because from the ground level, it is going to the surface. So Tilu looked forward to seeing the sun if it was daytime, or stars if it was night, about which he had heard and read so much. Now Tilu thought that when I will reach the surface, I will either be able to see the stars or the sun. If it will be daytime, he will be able to see the sun. But if it will be night time, he will be able to see the stars. So he was just thinking, and he has read a lot about sun and stars, but he has never watched them. Like, see how you can say how it is common for us that to see sun and stars coming and you can say setting. Okay, but he was not able to see these stars and suns. So, but alas, that wasn't to be. But this is not going to happen. Why? Tilu had underestimated the security arrangements. Yes, there was the Z security, perfect security. No one can go to the surface because it was a forbidden passage. No one was allowed to go there. So Tilu didn't thought of the security arrangements. He had never thought that not only he needed that card, but there must be some security also. There were security arrangements. Invisible mechanical devices had already detected and photographed the small intruder. There were small cameras installed in the passage. So the person who is observing this passage, every time he comes to know that a small intruder means someone who is not a common person who is going through this passage has entered this passage. He sent his picture to the Central Bureau where it was thoroughly checked. So now that person who was observing that passage, what he has done, he has sent his picture. Okay, where he has sent to Central Bureau. Central Bureau means where investigation is going on, right? He has sent it to Central Bureau where his picture was thoroughly checked. All the data was checked that how many times this person has gone through this passage, who is this person, where is he living, all the identity comes on the computer screen. And before he had advanced 10 paces, strong hand fell heavily on his shoulder. Before he could cover 10 steps, 10 steps had he gone further, a heavy hand came from back and got hold of him. Stop there. Where are you going? Now, gently but firmly. Gently means it was not harsh, but strongly he has held him. Yes, Kanna, what do you want to ask? Yes, beta.
मैम जो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है फोटोग्राफ द स्मॉल इंट्रूडर, मैम इंट्रूडर का मीनिंग क्या होता है?
The person who is not a commonly going there. For example, in our house, some stranger comes. Stranger is an intruder without our permission. Who has come? Intruder is mainly
Okay.
coming without permission, right? So gently, firmly, he was escorted by the security staff back home to an anxious and angry mother. At home, you know, mother came to know. She must have asked about to his friends also. His friends would say, no, auntie, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him. Okay. Now, then mother was angry also, but she was anxious also that Tilu should immediately come back home. Now, what the security staff has done? Security staff has taken him back to his mother. While he was being scolded, he received help from an unexpected quarter. So when he reached home, mother started scolding him. I will not allow you to go home, come home. I will not allow you to do this. I will not give you any time for games and all that. He was being scolded by mother. And then he received help from an unexpected quarter. Unexpected quarter means that from someone else he has got that help. Now, let me explain to him, darling, said his father, who had just got up. So on that day, his father was also at home. His father said, don't worry, my dear wife. I will explain him why he is not allowed to go there. If he is properly briefed, briefed means given the information, complete information, he will not do such a thing again. He started to explain. He said, if we will provide him appropriate information, then he will not go there again and he will understand why it is not wise to go there. Mother said, okay, fine. You can explain to him. Listen, Tilu. Now his father started telling him what he said. He said, listen, Tilu, I work on a surface where an ordinary person cannot survive. Survive means cannot live because the air is too thin to breathe and where the temperature is so low that you would freeze to death. Now his father said, Tilu, just listen to me. I am working at a very different kind of place where not an ordinary person can live. Why? Because the air is too thin to breathe. There is not proper air to breathe. And if you will not breathe, you will soon die. And the temperature is also very low that you will ultimately freeze to death. You will also freeze to death. But daddy, how do you manage to survive? But daddy, please tell me, you are also going there, how you are surviving there. You know, children, they ask one question after another. In the same way, Tilu was also asking his father. Now, what father said? Because I go well equipped in a special suit with a reservoir of oxygen. Reservoir means extra supply of oxygen. Now his father said, Tilu, yes, I'm going there. How I'm going there is that I wear a special type of suit. What he is wearing? A special type of suit, and I also have an extra cylinder of oxygen. He is also carrying an extra cylinder of oxygen with him. I can keep warm, and my boots are specially designed to make it easy for me to walk on the surface. He said, I can keep warm means there is a special suit which is special manner that when I'm going on the surface, I can keep myself warm. And my boots are also specially designed, special type of dress I'm wearing. My boots are also very special because it will made me easy for me to walk on the surface. No, really very surprising. What's more, I have been trained to survive and work on the surface. Moreover, his father said, remember that I have also got special type of training to work on this kind of surface. Okay, so it means that his father has explained him that why it is not possible for Tilu to go there. So what he said that he is wearing a special type of suit. Okay, and moreover, then what? He is also going there because he had an extra supply of oxygen, that is reservoir of oxygen. And after that, his boots are specially made so that he can easily walk on the surface of Mars. And moreover, special training is also provided to him. Now, tomorrow in the next class, we will see that what else he will tell to Tilu and how Tilu reacts and whether Tilu will get a chance to go to the surface of Mars or not. Okay. So tomorrow we will continue with this, you can say, chapter. Now, if you have any doubts, you can ask me.